This is the second of the two coupes that came in. This is the one where I'm going to do a Mad Max replica. Obviously, it came with the Monza front, the roof spoiler, the rear spoiler, GT hood, GT accessories. The body on this thing is really clean. It's one of the cleaner cars around. This will make a great build for what we're doing. But I'm not going to use this hood. I do not want to damage the hood and cut holes in it and do anything. I'll probably use this hood for the yellow coupe. Also, there will not be any flares on this car, and I also don't want to modify any of the quarters or any of the front guards or fenders wherever I am to do it on this build. This is the motor we're going to run. It's a later model 460 port injected. Naturally, we'll be running the blower and Scott hat, but under the Scott hat I'm going to be running a machined down set of throttle bodies I did. I feel that will probably run a little better. Okay, let's have a little look at this. I mean, it's only just kind of the start of what we're going to do. But amazing enough, the sheet metal is really good on this. I mean, you can even hear that. We're talking the doors. The doors were sheet metal. You can hear it. No Bondo in those things. Even the hood, when you look at the GT hood, everything's pretty nice. The floors are pretty well perfect. It's had a little bit of repair up near bumper at one time, but you know what? It's a really clean unit compared to what you're buying these days. Here are those floors we're talking about. As you can see, they're totally rust-free. Looking on the other side of it, check the doors out. They're just as clean. Got here is the Monza front. This one's a pretty good fit, to tell you the truth. You can see up near the hood there that it doesn't have the gap like the early ones did. But this one has the wider side. I mean, I wouldn't call it the van one. They're actually a lot wider than that. This one's built to blend into those front flares, and I'm not using those. I'm going to have to put a pie cut in this thing or a slice out of it and tilt it back in so it blends straight into the original fender. So that'll be the go. That's how mine was back in the early days. I'd reset it. It was pretty well. Mine was a coupe one, so that's what made it easier for me. But the van ones you got to trim up, and they look a bit more bulkier. Let's have a little look at the rear spoiler here. Mind you, that's just sitting there. This is obviously one that's come out of a mold. I'm going to make it perfect fit, but what I'm going to have to do is sort of trim around, we would say around this area, around in here and down here, until it fits perfectly to the roof, and then trim the edges. It'll be probably a little bit sitting like the yellow Interceptor is. They were kind of like that. I don't want to put any Bondo in, as you can kind of see how much is needed to actually make it fit. Taking a look at the spoilers now. The first two are the boot spoilers. Front one is the Cobra, and the second one is the Mad Max one. The rear one you can see is actually the roof spoiler. Okay, here you can see the difference for those that didn't know. Well, this one is a factory item, like a Cobra style, and there's the Mad Max one. You can see how the angle sits back a bit. Admittedly, this trunk isn't on properly, and it's not sitting fully down, but it is at a different angle. Now let me just get hold of the proper one that matches here, which is this one here. Now I sit that one on there. You can see that it blends in a hell of a lot better, but you'd still have to mold that one in to do it, yeah, but I'm not going to do that. By the time it's all satin black, and then you won't see it, but I'm going to make the centerpiece as perfect fit as you get these side pieces. So that will be my goal. No Bondo, just perfect fit spoiler.